In my opinion, if England don't win the European Championships, you've fallen short with the quality that you've got.
Really? I can't see it being anything less than England for Scotland nil. I don't mean that in any sort of patronising way or anything like that. Iwelumo, thanks for joining us. Obviously, you played for Scotland, played for Wolverhampton. We've worked together before. I need to know your thoughts straight off the bat of Scotland's performance against the Czech Republic, because obviously they lost 2-0. But I want to know what you thought of the performance and what you think of them going forward.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting one, I have to say. I think, obviously, the disappointment from the Czech Republic game, the players have to kind of get on with it, haven't they? I think training's been good the last couple of days against England. It's one of them. England's going to be very dominant. With the quality that you guys have got, I think it's just it's about in that transition, using the ball well. That there is quality. It's going to be basically counter-attack football, but even then, it's using the ball well. There's going to be some great battles. Massive, I think. Kieran Tierney, is he going to come back into the fray? I think it's a must. The rumours that I'm getting told, he's got a little bit of a minor thigh injury. Probably for me. Yeah, but the thing is, Flex, as well, the thing for me is that if you're going to take the gamble against the Czech Republic. Yeah. I understand as a footballer, you're always managing something when you're playing. Like, trust me, enough footballers that they're always managing some sort of injury. So the disappointing thing in the gamble in that, if they did risk him against the Czech Republic and it was too early and it did become a tear, then that's him going for the tournament. And that's one of the kind of that the dynamic down that left-hand side. It's a massive loss, but there's quality and depth in the Scottish squad. So I'm sitting looking at the England game now. You've got to remember the remit of was just to get through to the knockout stages. That can be done by getting a result against Croatia. And it's not in any way being defeatist here, but just if you're going to lose to England, you can't concede a lot of goals. Goal difference, it could come down to that. You understand? So I think it's going to be a very just try and get England out the flow, grind the game out, be solid, be hard to break down, and then you know what? Even in games like that, when you're against the run of play and you're under pressure and it's basically attack v defence, there will be chances, there will be set pieces, there will be little moments, and it's important. 19 chances against the Czech Republic, remember here, gentlemen. 19 chances, and we never scored, and I mean big chances as well. So if we do get a chance against England, we have to be clinical. That has to be in the back of the net and put even more pressure. What is it, 22,000 at Wembley?
Yeah, about that.
That's going to be massive. If it's 0-0 after 60 minutes, 70 minutes, I can't wait to hear the atmosphere. But that puts pressure on the England players, the England team. In my opinion, if England don't win the European Championships, you've fallen short with the quality that you've got.
Really?
That's a big statement, Chris. Even with that French team in there.
Look,
he knows what he's doing here.
Of course.
We know what you're doing. We know what you're doing.
All this nonsense that I hear, minimum semi-finals. Come on. It's the Premier League. These players are playing well in the Premier League. The quality and depth that you've got, it's time. You should be up there. You should be winning it. But the example is, all right, the experience of the players, the age of the squad, they don't have that winner's mentality. But everyone's got to start winning from somewhere. You're not just a winner. You have to go out there and win these games. You understand?
Yeah, let me ask all of you this, right? Would you say that rivalry is still as passionate as it used to be, Scotland-England? Are we putting it on for the old days, or is it still very much there?
I'll be honest here, right? There's you, the three of yous have there's no rivalry from you towards me. There's no rivalry for England towards Scotland. The rivalry is 100% Scotland against England. That is fact. That is fact. That is fact. At the end of the day, England's a scout for so many countries. You understand? It's a scout. England go into every game more often than not favourites to win every game. This is just a normal. This is just a normal game for the England squad. It's just a normal game. It's another game of football.
It should be, but because of who it's against, and it's at home, and it's at the Euros, and it's like you guys' first time being at a major tournament for what? How long now?
23 years,
23 years. So do you know what I mean? So, and you're right, and it's in our backyard. So the kind of pressure, but the reason why I kind of think the pressure isn't as much as in England is because actually our biggest pressure was actually winning that Croatia game. First game of the tournament. It's the first time we've won the first game of the European Championship, which is crazy. I didn't even really know that until we
first time Croatia's lost as well, by the way. The first time they've lost the first game, but so just saying,
the first game. So
I didn't know that.
Now I feel like England's nerves will kind of just been like settled down, and I think the performance that you guys had against the Czechs, yes, you had a lot of chances, and I just feel like you probably left a little bit to be desired for, and maybe have to get a result out of the England game to kind of get that confidence. Like you say, you don't want to lose heavily. Like if you are going to lose, don't lose heavily.
Flex. Do you see what you just flagged there? And obviously Chris flagged it earlier. Do you see this 19 chances thing that we're talking about for Scotland? And we're using it as like something positive. I mean, that's appalling. I'm sorry, but if you create 19 chances and you've got that's a problem though, isn't it? Like if Lyndon Dykes is at the end is getting himself on the end of these situations and not scoring goals, that is not something to celebrate. That's something to say we've got a problem here that needs fixing. If you're creating 19 chances, I guarantee you, Patrick Schick, who scored those 2 brilliant goals, he wouldn't have had 19 chances, and he didn't need them because he is a cut above. And I think the fact that you're saying you've Scotland created so much is worrying rather than celebrate, like something to celebrate.
Rory, spot on. That is the worrying thing. You know, you talk about, if you compare it to the Premier League, the Championship, a Championship striker probably scores 1 goal every 6 chances. The Premier League, it's 1 and 2. And that's the difference. You know, when these chances come along, it shouldn't. Lyndon Dykes, even against Luxembourg, could have walked away with 2 goals. That's the pre-season friendly just before the tournament started. So again, it was big chances. You know, it was the one that fell to his left foot, and it was a great save from Vaslik, but that should be in the back of the net. And then the one that Che Adams, you know, if those chances fall to Che Adams, they're in the back of the net. So the Steve Clarke's got some big decisions to make. You know, of course, the setup's going to be different. I think Ryan Fraser will come in just to basically have a defensive responsibility to get back, but he's the one that with pace that can get up and support Che Adams, who I think will lead the line on his own. I think John McGinn will probably sit a little bit deeper. I'd like to see Billy Gilmour as well. I think Callum McGregor coming off the bench the other day, again, everything was going back. A fantastic player, but...
So Chris, would you say this is the type of game where Scotland will just sit back?
100%. Yeah, you know that. You know that. 100%. You got to sit. They can't go out there. They can't go out there and play an open game because you know what? It will be 6, 7. They've got to just sit in, and then you know what? It's rather than it be wave of attack in England's favour. It's about using the ball, playing out with a bit of quality. It's got to stick. Che Adams' hold-up plays, movement. I'm a big fan of Che Adams. You know, I think he's a fantastic footballer.
Yeah, I like him.
So it's important, but it's about giving him support. He'll keep the ball. He'll stick. It's about getting players. And you know what? If it's the likes of Robertson, I think Stephen O'Donnell will be on the right-hand side. I thought James Forrest should have probably started against the Czech Republic because I think he gives a little bit more going forward. Ryan Fraser again just brings something different. You know, a little bit
direct
speed,
as well. Direct
speed,
yeah.
And again, it's going to be a very, very heavy night for the defence. For me, I think he's going to stick with David Marshall. I thought it was 50-50 before I knew what the team was going to be against the Czech Republic. If he said Craig Gordon, I know that the season for Hearts finished, quite a bit ago, and he's been keeping himself ticking over. And that's probably, but even that, you know, Marshall has been out the team at Derby because of form. You know, the positioning one, you know, he's people have went in hard. I think there's so many memes going on about now. I don't know if you've seen quite a few of them, that we were in good possession of the ball. Jack Henry should never have taken the shot on, but in saying that, it could have went anywhere. What it done was put Patrick Schick on attack and to finish it the way that he did.
Spider-Man one, that one there.
Yeah,
that's
mate.
That's the meme right there.
What a strike it was. But all I'm saying is, I think it was game intelligence, and it was one of them. Tournament football's very different from the friendlies. Okay, it was a fantastic performance against the Netherlands, and we're all saying, you know what, this is going to be the first time Scotland ever qualify. But again, it was a good performance. It was an okay performance against the Czech Republic. But like Rory said, there are 19 chances and you don't score. That is very worrying. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you guys. I'll go one by one. I'll start with you, Rory. I want to get your predictions for this game. We have to go with the predictions. It is going to be on camera, so people can back reference it as usual. You know how the internet works. But
yeah, I know.
Rory,
I know all about being tripped up, Ray. Don't worry about that.
It never stops you, though, does it? It never stops you.
We all do.
I can't see it being anything less than England 4, Scotland 0. I don't mean that in any sort of patronising way or anything like that. I just can't. It's just this, when you look at the players that England have at their disposal, and when you look at the way Scotland played the other day, like everybody's talking about that second goal.
Premier League players, though.
I mean, a lot aren't as well. But when you look at the goals that were scored, everybody will talk about Schick and the vision and the brilliance and the way they got it over Marshall. And look, I get it, probably goal of the tournament already. Yeah. But the first goal, he's gone up and he's got that in between Hanley and McTominay, two more prominent, better players to Scotland. If you're conceding goals like that, the second goal's neither here nor there. It's the first goal that's a worry for me. And I think Steve Clarke, who I adore, by the way, over Chelsea, I love Steve Clarke. That team that he played in for Chelsea was my favourite ever era. But I think that he's making a bit of a pig's ear of it. Some of the selections, some of the players on the bench, you think these players are better than the players that are starting, and I can't really understand it. So I'm fairly convinced 4-0 England.
4-0. Wow, Flex, what about you?
I'm not as confident and ruthless as Rory, because England, I just don't think do that blow teams away thing. I feel like it'll be a comfortable 2-0 win with, maybe a lot more chances that we could score more.
Do you think the clean sheets are going to
clean sheet? Yeah, I think
can we go the whole group with a clean sheet?
Clean
the whole
sheet,
group
yeah.
with a clean sheet.
2-0.
What do you reckon?
Czech Republic. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm here for that. I'm here for that.
With no Maguire, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm here for that. Because especially if we beat Scotland as well and we're in a really good position, make a few changes. I think he'll still even make a couple of changes for this game, I think, as well. Be more direct as well, get that balance at left back as well.
England won't concede a goal. England won't concede a goal, Flex. England won't concede a goal and Scotland won't score a goal.
There you go.
Wow. What about, so Chris, we've got to come to you, obviously the only Scottish man in the chat.
Chris is not happy.
What's your stroking the chin? What are you going for? What's the prediction?
That's a difficult one. I think it's, obviously it's the heart rolling over the head. It's you're probably thinking I'm saying 0-0 or 1-0 England is a positive result. But like you say, it's going to be. It's about take whatever you can get out of that last game for me. I think England, and if you can get something there, it would be absolutely amazing. But I thought you were comfortable. I thought you were comfortable against Croatia. You never allowed Croatia to get into the match, and that it was job done. And I know there's still criticism of the performance with the media and things because they expect you to go out there and win well. But in my opinion, it was job done. So it's going to be very difficult. Hopefully, it's just one of those. What did you say? Grind out 0-0. I'm saying grind that out 0-0.
Fair enough.
Part of the bus.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? I'd even take a 1-0 defeat in England's favour, just so that it's the goal tally. But if Scotland was to get like a little 1-0, I can't see it being any more than that. Oh my God! Let's
quickly before we
make sure you bring me back on this. If we get a 1-0,
we won't be on it.
I won't be here, mate. You'll be on your own in the Zoom.
If Scotland win, I want to see you on here with the flag painted on your face.
Mate, I'll be coming on with all sorts, mate. I'll get the kilt out and all that, mate. I'll be doing all sorts. Don't worry about that.
It'll be absolute scenes in Scotland if they pull off that miracle. But yeah, Chris, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on here. Rory, Flex, you know what it is already. Thank you for joining us. It's been the Euro Social.